Alright, so this is my presentation on why I think you should vote in this election. Um, it is your right. Millions of Americans have fought and died in wars and surrendered their lives and gone through things you cannot even imagine to protect your right to vote and to give you the ability to have your say. And that's what makes America so great. Ronald Reagan was arguably one of the best presidents we've ever seen in office here in the United States, and he said he would do anything in his power to stop any barrier from ever becoming between a secret ballot and a citizen's right to one. He said voting was the crown jewel of American rights, and that we should take pride in the fact that we even have the ability to do this. Tons of other places around the world don't get this option. That's what makes America different. And he said the only person that can take your right to vote away is you. A major question you have to ask if you're trying to decide whether or not you're going to vote in this election, you have to ask yourself if you care. If you don't vote, you're throwing your right away. And not only that, I feel like it's disrespectful to those who have fought in wars and risked their lives, and those who have, millions have died. And it's just, I feel like it's a sign of respect, something they died for, something they believed in, something they believed they wanted their generations that they passed on to have this ability. Both candidates do have conflicting ideas, but you have to put in your 2 cents. You have to pick whichever candidate goes along best with your morals and views. A couple of conflicting views on immigration. Trump plans on deporting 5.5 to 6 million illegal immigrants as soon as he's elected, and Hillary says she's gonna plan on finding a better solution, but it's basically pretty unclear. For gun control, Trump says people have a right to self-defense, and he says that shouldn't stop at the end of your driveway. You should be able to take a gun out of your house. You should be able to feel safe. He personally himself has a permit, a concealed carry permit. He says if we make gun laws more strict, the only thing that's going to do is make it so good people, it's going to take guns out of more good people's hands and put it in more bad people's hands. If you outlaw guns, outlaws will be the only people with guns. It's a famous quote by someone. And Hillary says she's unclear on the subject. A rebuttal against this is a lot of people say they aren't voting in this election because they aren't happy with either candidate. And no matter what, one of these two candidates is going to end up in office. So my point of view is you may as well pick the lesser two evils and show respect to those people who have died for and fought for your right to vote. They both do have conflicting ideas, as you've seen with immigration and gun control, but you have to go with whatever agrees best with your values and morals. Credible sources, I have, from personal experience, I've talked to a lot of friends and seen a lot of posts on Facebook and Twitter and all the social media about people planning on not voting or planning on voting third party or backing up their ideas and not having any idea what they're talking about. So yeah, that's how I can talk about that. And then another credible source I have is a nonprofit organization that's at the University of California. They've been providing information about our president since 1999. So all the information, any facts I had in this presentation were from them. All right, that concludes my presentation.